As the line between work life and personal life blurs out due to work from home models, employee engagement and productivity have become crucial factors to consider in these uncertain times. Every organization is struggling with these factors and coming up with new policies to really put their people first. To give us some more information on this today, we have with us Reena Sanghvi, Chief of Excellence at RT Industries. A highly versatile HR professional with over 2 decades of diverse experience of working in multiple roles and industries, Reena has played a pivotal role in bringing transformational change for large organizations, contributed in building organization vision and succession strategies by partnering with key stakeholders. She has gathered rich experience in multiple HR domains like leadership and talent development. She has extensively worked on building competency based HR processes and design development journeys for leadership. Welcome, Lena.
Hi, thank you, Disha. Thanks for the lovely introduction. Thank you.
No issue. So, Reena, today we know that we'll be talking all about employee engagement, productivity, and how to better their experience, right? So, that is your field. And to start off, I'd like to start by asking how do you think, in your perception, that there are such large organizations? And with large organizations, we get such diverse workforces with us today. We have it from different backgrounds, from different age groups, and it's very multi generational. So how do you think that such large organizations can really have a map for them, from hiring to retiring and really build a process that caters to everyone's needs?
Right. So very nice question. Good question, Disha. I would say that with the millennials and the Gen Z entering the business world, the entire dynamics of the workforce is changing, uh, and the whole focus should be on keeping the need of the employee, keeping the intrinsic need of the employee at the center, and designing the HR processes around them. So
Mhm.
now, in the current scenario, the question is to the employer by the employee or the prospective employee as to what is it in store for me? Why should I
Mhm.
join your organization?
Yeah, true.
The
Mhm.
demand is to attract me to your organization, right? So once you attract me, you let me know that what all will I benefit by joining the organization. How is my growth going to happen within the organization? So once, what is the employee value proposition going to be like? So with that, once the employee is onboarded, the next demand of the employee is now you onboard me properly, you induct me within the organization, right? So once the induction is completed, the next demand is that you support me with the right kind of resources, with the right kind of information, with the right kind of knowledge required for me to perform, enable me to perform, empower me to perform, right? After that, again, there is a need for developing the employee with the right kind of training, the right kind of development intervention. Then there is a demand that you empower me to make decisions. You enable me to perform. You inspire me to perform. You give me the right kind of feedback. You engage me in the right kind of employee on in the right kind of activities.
Mhm.
You give me an experience which is world class. So
Yeah, true.
at every stage, the from hire to retire, the entire life cycle is all about the employer and the HR building these kind of processes which will have the employee at the core,
Mhm.
including the employee saying that, okay, now you have to value me because I'm with you and I'm performing, right? So the whole scenario has become completely different now, where at every stage, the HR is responsible to design processes and policies which will give a world class experience to the employee.
Mhm.
So I'll tell you what we did at RT Industries, how we
Yeah.
went on designing the processes and policies. We embarked on this development journey about about, I would say, a few years back, 4 or 5 years back. We started with dividing our HR processes into various elements. So we have a business excellence model called RT management system, which is a business excellence model for us. And within that, we have the HR pillar. Within HR pillar, we have various elements. So we reorganized our HR processes into various elements. Say talent acquisition is one element, talent management is another element, employee experience is an element. So once we reorganize the HR processes into various elements. Then we took the design thinking approach where we took the voice of the customers for all the HR processes as to what exactly is their need when it comes to experiencing HR. Right? So once we had those needs of our stakeholders understood, we incorporated them in a complete HR policy and process, and then we rolled it out. So uh, we went about designing the HR process in this manner. We also we coined the HR people vision, which is, I would say, yeah. So, which is to become an employer of choice, a preferred employer of choice, and building a culture of co creation, excellence, and care. So, with that in mind, everything revolved around that vision. So, we had a clear direction set. We knew where we are heading and what exactly we are working towards. So, with that in mind, the whole focus was to provide excellence to the employee. The whole focus was on brilliant basics to provide a world class experience to whoever is walking with us through the entire hire to retire journey. Right?
That's
So at
really
Aarti
good.
Industries, yeah, thank you. So at Aarti Industries, I would say the key focus is on employee well-being, where the well-being of the employee is very, very important, be it physical safety or even psychological safety. So that is the key focus at RP. And when we design any process, say even giving a feedback, we want to ensure that the employee feels psychologically safe when that process is happening. So we have our clear standard set that what all we should keep in mind while we are designing the HR processes. So that is how we focused on brilliant basics. We focused on employee well-being. So these were the few things we kept in mind while designing the HR processes. And I strongly feel that an employee-centric approach will enable anyone to design world-class employee experience and employee journeys, especially when it comes to multi-generational workforce.
I actually agree where you said that well-being right now is very important, and I feel like even in the time of COVID, psychological well-being has become even more important than your physical well-being because everyone has been disturbed. There have been crises. Everyone is going through some problems, and it's very important that employees do consider their psychological well-being. So, when you said about growth, now that we are recruiting more of Gen Zs, more of millennials, I feel like they value growth more than any other generation. Like they love to learn and they love places that, that can actually help them grow and technology, obviously. So
Yes.
when the COVID initially hit us, we were compelled to switch to technology, right? But then now that we have gotten used to it, we are being more accustomed to it. We are all adjusting in a
Correct.
steadily, but we are there. So
Correct.
I wanted to ask you in this that how do you think that companies can use this in their advantage at this point to really build a better employee experience to deliver a better employee experience?
Very good point, Disha. I would say technology is very, very important, and technology really enables implementation of all the HR processes. So,
Yeah.
just to take a step back, I would say that HR strategy is very important when we
Mhm.
are designing the employee strategy to provide that experience to the employee. And HR technology should enable implementation of the designed HR strategy. So the technology that we choose should definitely be very flexible, adaptive, and responsive, which will enable implementation of all the HR processes.
Mhm.
Recently, the role of HR has really evolved over the years.
Mhm.
Earlier, the expectation of the HR from the HR was more of a service provider. And now things have changed where HR is no longer only a service provider, it is more of a strategic business partner and even a solution provider,
Yeah.
right? So there is a lot of expectation from the HR role itself.
Yeah, the
Also, I
expectations
would
do have
say
increased.
yes, yes, yeah, absolutely. They have really increased.
Mhm.
And I would say that employees also want to have the same experience that they have with when they are associated with something outside work, say, be it banking or be it mobile service provider or be it something else, So where, be it like online shopping. So where they have everything at a click of the button. So the expectation is similar from the organization as well, where they can have everything at the click of the button. Maybe on even on their palms, where they are looking for app-based solutions, where they want to apply for a leave, they would want to do it on their mobile handset. Even to the extent of if they want to take a, a learning program, a virtual learning intervention, something on their mobile will really help them. So that is how things are evolving, and technology is definitely enabling us to provide that experience to the employees. Now, if I have to give you an example of what we did at Aarti Industries at various stages of the employee life cycle, we have recently onboarded during the pandemic itself. We have onboarded more than 150 campus recruits from various
Okay.
campuses, about uh, 36 campuses across India. So we onboarded campus recruits from multiple disciplines itself, say engineering and business, and we leveraged technology while we were kind of identifying them, assessing them, conducting interviews, then post identification, even onboarding them. We did their e-joining before they officially came on board, before they joined us. There was a month which was available, so we thought of taking that opportunity to train them. So we trained them even before they came on board with us. And then since the time they are on board with us, they have just physically not yet joined us. So we are still training them, developing them using the platform. We have also opened our learning resources for them where they are going through the entire learning modules which are technology based, so which are hosted on our LMS. So they are benefiting from using this kind of technology. So it's technology that has enabled us for this providing this experience to our employees. Even if we talk of performance reviews, we use technology to have an ongoing review, a continuous feedback to the employee. We also leverage multi-stakeholder feedback through technology. So we are using technology platform in multiple, I would say, there are multiple touch points where employee uses technology within the industry. Yes.
That's some great initiatives, I feel, because even giving exposure to students through online recruiting or through technology is great, actually, because everyone is getting some kind of experience through that. So I agree when you said that, technology has its touch points and it has become very important for us to integrate it and to really accept it at this point because now that we know that COVID is here to stay for a while and it's not leaving us very soon, we all have to, give up that resistance towards technology and adapt it like wholeheartedly at this point. So now that we have talked about technology and experience, I would like to ask you that, according to you, are there some essential elements or some essential key points that every organization, regardless of their, department or their field, should include to, deliver this experience even in a better manner?
Right. So I would say there are few elements which I really strongly believe that they would enable uh, anyone to, even design the processes or take certain actions. Uh, these elements would be one, I would say, is value-based decisions. So
Mhm.
any and every decisions within the organization should be based on values. Values of the organizations generally provide a direction when there is some kind of crisis, probably the crisis that we are facing right now. So value based decision is one of a very important element. The second element, which I strongly believe, is a nurturing and empowering culture. So providing employees with nurturing and empowering culture will enable them to perform, and uh, it will enable them to perform to their fullest potential. So developing employees, ensuring that they have the right resources available for their development, guiding them, mentoring them, coaching them, identifying their skill gaps and developing them is one very important approach. And a culture which is focused on that will enable the employee to get a world class experience. And the third and the most important element is having having flexible, adaptive, and responsive technology, because technology is definitely important in the current scenario. So these are the three key elements that I can think of, which are very important in providing an experience to the employee.
I feel like you have given us some very important takeaways because at this time, being flexible to everyone's schedules when everyone is working from work, from home, and they might have some personal issues, there might be family around. It has become very important for every organization to be considerate with implementing these policies. So yeah, that is it from my side today. Is there anything else you would like to add?
No, I think we covered a lot of it, but I can just say to close that employee experience is definitely the most important thing in the current scenario, and the entire focusing on for as a priority. So, yeah, that's all from my end.
Okay, thank you so much, Reena. It was lovely to have you with us today. It was a great interaction, and thank you so much for your time.
Thanks, Disha. Thanks for giving me this opportunity.